Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy Legend 2, the 4 Monster Challenge Party run. Last episode, our party went to the Giants' World, and they learned that the Giants had an item, the Micron, which allowed them to shrink down and basically live amongst humans. We're going to use that Micron that we discovered to shrink ourselves down so we can enter Key's body. Key's body is under assault by Ashura's minions. Ashura was that goblin who wanted to become a god and became powerful by using some of the magi. Ashura wanted to grab the magi out of Key's body, and before he defeated him, he sent some of his minions into Key's body. So now we have to just basically go in there and fight them off and get the magi out of Key, because apparently if Ashura's minions remove them, then apparently she'll die. So I guess we're going to do it much safer. So there are 7 magi in total. The last magi is in her brain, but we can't get to the brain. I showed off the beginning there. It's sealed by a door. We have to get the 6 magi that are in her body at first. And there's 1 in each of her hands, 1 in each of her feet, and then there's 1 in her heart, and then 1 in her digestive system. So, one of the good things is, at least once you get the magi from the limb or the organ that you are looking for them in, the game will teleport you back to the entrance. So when you get the hand, it'll take us back to the arm. Way into the heart, it'll take us back to the outside of the heart. So, if you want, you could leave Key's body at any time. All you have to do is just go back to her mouth, and you'll leave so you can go and heal up. A lot of enemies here are in large groups, so if you're running a balanced party and you have to fight these guys, one of the good things to do is you can go back to the second town, and they have submachine guns there for sale. Submachine guns hit an entire group of enemies, so you'll notice I used that when I did my balanced party run. They're pretty expensive, so if you don't have the gold, you can go in here, maybe fight a few enemies, and then go out and grab it. So, like I said, because we're the monster group, we don't have to worry about doing a lot of fighting. Like I said, our stats are really going to just increase when we eat certain monster meat. We won't be eating a lot of monster meat for a while yet. Our next big monster meat grinding is several worlds away, and we'll be grinding on hermit meat. Hermit, it's a crab monster, and in an upcoming world, it's going to serve as a mini boss that respawns every time you leave the room that it's in. So, just like we had we want to eat 3 were rat meats, we're going to want to eat 3 hermit meats to turn our remaining characters, Mycroft and Flapjack, into stronger monsters. So they're one of the, unlike the balanced party where you're doing a lot of fighting, you're basically trying to keep everybody, kind of the same. When you're doing the challenge runs, either the 4 monsters or 4 robots, you may not worry about a balanced party until the end of the game. For the most part, you're going to be just focusing your resources on 1 or 2 characters and let them carry you the remaining characters. So for right now, we just have Bentley and Pippin transformed. Mycroft and Flapjack are still at their base form. So, but then once they eat the hermit meat, then they'll start carrying the party for a few worlds, until we start getting good quality meat, and then everybody kind of gets on even footing. Speaking of foot, we just cleared out the left foot there. Now we're just gonna head over to the right side of the body and clear it out. Get the 2 remaining magi. Similar to the robot party. In fact, the instruction manual talks about the challenge run. It says one of the problems with the robot party is it'll be so expensive to maintain 4 robots. And that's true, but you don't have to maintain all 4 robots. Like I say, you just use the strategy we're using here, where we're just going to basically focus on 2 robots, Let them carry the party until we get toward the end game, when there's a lot of treasure and monsters start giving a lot of gold. Then we can get the other two robots who are not really pulling their weight. Get them to contribute. So, speaking of robots, there's a robot right there that was shrunk down. And all you have left to do now is get the right foot here. And like I said, when we head to Key's brain to get the last magi. So, we've got some time here to talk about. I've been trying to get all the episodes, kind of name them something to do with Star Wars, because you know, the people who made Final Fantasy, they were kind of fans of Star Wars. Final Fantasy 2 from the Nintendo, the one that wasn't released in America, that plot is basically like Star Wars. If you check out my Let's Play of that, you'll see that. They always try to do homage to Star Wars by having Biggs and Wedge be characters. Biggs and Wedge were the wingmen of Luke Skywalker in the Death Star assault on A New Hope. So I've been trying to see if I can get a Star Wars reference for all the titles. And this one, I just made me think of Empire Strikes Back, when Han, Chewbacca, and Princess Leia are fixing up the Falcon in the asteroid field, trying to hide from the Empire. And Han realizes that they're not inside a cave. He starts flying out, and Princess Leia's like, "The cave is collapsing." And that's when Han goes, "This is no cave." And that's when he flies out, and you realize that they've been parked inside a worm the entire time. So this is definitely not a cave. It is Key's body. But just like caves in this game, it's functioning as a dungeon. It's a nice change of pace though, so. Here we got this group. Our sprite is still very, very powerful. It also helps that we have a boosted, stats boosted a little bit by having the magi equipped. Right now, like I said, to help keep the sprite a little bit more powerful, you want to have it either with mana, fire, or thunder magi, because those will boost all mana-based attacks. Unfortunately, the ice and poison, because they're kind of messed up, the coding was wrong, they only increase, ice only increases damage with fire magic, and poison only increases damage with fire magic as well. So as our sprite doesn't have fire, it only has the thunder, sleeping thunder. Alright, now that we got all the magi out of Key's body, we can move on to a new world. This will be known as Apollo's World. And this basically, the purpose of this world is to basically solve a riddle. Apollo is one of the new gods. There are 4 new gods. We already ran into Ashura. Apollo, unlike Ashura though, we will see is a little bit different. What in the palace of Apollo, our new god? Where Ashura seemed to be a conqueror, the people here have a better opinion of Apollo. We hear he defeated Ashura. Apollo is straight ahead, but we'll talk with all the people in his palace first. Apollo is a merciful god. He is ready from such ambitions to conquer the world. So yeah, the contrast with Ashura. Apollo is waiting for you. Please come in. Here is Apollo. We welcome you, the hero of the world. I'd like to show you my gratitude for defeating Ashura. Receive the defense magi. Why do you do this? I have enough power already. I do not need any more. I hear we still have some magi in our world. The clue is left in a riddle. One is where wind blows underground. One is where flame burns underwater. One is where darkness shines brightly. You must be able to solve the riddle. Good luck. And by just exploring the world around here, we're basically going to find 3 different caves. Unlike Keith's body, these are actual caves. You can do the first 2 in any order, but the last one where the light is shining like darkness, you have to have a certain magi to be able to see inside that cave, and you don't get that magi until you go to the underwater volcano. So that's always going to be your... so you're going to have to... That one can never be your first dungeon you can do. But you can do the underwater volcano or this mountain dungeon first. I'm just going to do a quick jump into the mountain dungeon here. There are 2 entrances. There's one on the south, one on the north. Just going to go to the south real quick because there's only 1 item in it. No need for us monster to really get it, but like I said, I'm 100% in getting all the treasure in the game, so... we'll grab it, and then after that, we'll head into the village where we learn why it's important for us to go into this mountain cave. Donatus, the god of the mountains, lives in the northern cave. Donatus sings on the cave on windy days. There. The main thing to visit is this house on the right. A cute girl named Lynn lives in this town. Her mother is sick and her father is missing. Who wonders you can do anything? Well, the sick mother, if we head up here to the bedroom, she's here, recuperating. My daughter went to the cave and mountain to get me a potion. Oh, my dear Lynn. Well, she went to the cave, hasn't come back, so we're gonna have to go look for her. Of course, we were told that's where where magi might be. A cave where the wind blows underground. So those Hermes boots. Sell a micron. It's like I said, sell the special items or plot items once you use them. Free up that inventory space. Let's head to the cafe. That's cautious. There's no Donatus, but there is. I thought that I could never make it back alive when I went into this white cave. I'm a scholar. There's no such thing as Donatus. It's just the noise of the wind. But we're going to learn that scholar is actually wrong. And apparently, Bentley looks like Lynn's father. I don't know if Apollo's really a good guy or not. You should be careful. Well, we'll keep it in mind. So now we're going to head into the mountain cave again. This time we're going to head into the north entrance. It's kind of a wide cave, not a lot of treasure in it. But there is, like I said, we will encounter Donatus. So we'll find out, like I said, that scholar is wrong. Also find Lynn, but luckily Luna's on the way to Donatus, so you can't miss Lynn. It's not like she's hiding somewhere, and if you miss her, you gotta backtrack. The game basically puts her at a place where, you know, you have to talk with her to get out of the cave. Although, I guess the potion that she's looking for, we'll see on the, there's an elixir on the floor where we find her. And the elixir is a really good item. It's a treasure that pretty much any party can use. Basically what it does is basically like a one-use in for just one single character. We'll eventually get, much later in the game, tents, and they basically serve as portable inns. But until we get them, there's elixirs, and basically they heal like one character. They restore all their hit points, restore their magic charges, their ability charges. So we'll be holding on to that probably till end game. Stick to the right here. And end up in this like slope that pulls us all the way down, and yeah, we can't go back up. So we're stuck going over. We're stuck on this floor. We'll find somebody else who's stuck on this floor. But before we head to the right to find that person, we want to just head over to the left and find that elixir that I just talked about. There we go. Good item. And then we head to the right and we run into Lynn. Now Lynn serves the purpose of a crutch character, but she's not with us long. I came here to get a potion from my mother, but I fell down the stove and got stuck here. That's in my way ahead and I can't go back. Let's go together. We'll take it on. Thank you. Lynn joined. But Lynn is a really terrible character because the equipment that she has, punch and kick, they do damage based on the amount of uses they have left over. So the more you use those items, martial arts, the more powerful the next one will be. It's basically like, you know, the more you use a kick, the better you get at throwing that kick, or the more you throw a punch, the better you get at throwing that punch. So the first few uses of kick and punch basically do like no damage. So if you really want like Lynn to do damage against Donatus here, you basically have to be grinding around here a little bit, using up some of those charges on the kick and the punch. We'll get her again later on, but she suffers from the same thing. Her equipment draws bad. Intruder detected. Eliminate, eliminate, eliminate! But luckily we don't have to really rely on Lynn to take care of Donatus. Instead, we can just worry about Bentley. We have Mycroft there. He has his flame attack boosted by. He has the some magi on as well. Oh, Lynn, are you alright, Lynn? Oh, what, Dad? Why is he bumming around in a place like this? I thought he was a hero. What are you gonna do now? Let's go on and gather magi. What else can we do? Right, you've come this far. We can do it all. Alright, let's go. I'll do it. Let's go talk back to Lynn. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And there's a little bit of censorship there of there's a reason why like Dad is there. It's implied in the Japanese version that your characters think that, you know, he's cheating on Mom, and Lynn is like your half sister. But we'll find out that that's not really the case. We'll learn more about Lynn and her connection to our dad in a future episode. But that takes care of this episode. Take care, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!